Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to the Long Dark. So this is the house we stopped at last time. There's another book I can add to my collection of books. And we stopped off here. We had way too much stuff, so I spent about half a day in game or so just organizing it. Now we're at a little bit less weight. Now I did say one thing I really wanted to do was try to scare away that wolf. I am fully healed, so we're going to give it a shot. And then we're going to make our way back to the house and drop off a lot of the random crap we have. Because I did spend some time fixing and repairing and moving stuff, but we still have a lot of crap. And I really want to get to that workbench if we can. That'd be really cool. Alright, so yeah, that's scripted wolf. Wolf is still in here. You scared, wolf? Better run, punk. Damn. Okay, didn't work. That's okay. Get him out of here. That's right, wolf. You better be scared after what I did to you. Alright, so we need to treat the infection. It was worth it. I think it was worth it. Infection's gone. Treat that.
Stop that bleeding.
Wolf bite on my neck. Alright, we got a sprained ankle, which we're probably just going to treat with that. Alright, so we're all healed. Half condition, not amazing.
Shit.
But you wanted that lockbox key. And probably equally, ooh, venison. There you go. It was worth it, I think. It was worth it. Equally as important, now we have the ability to make things here. I don't need to right now, but I know where there's a workbench now for me to use. Whoops. Oh, okay. I thought I lit another one. I was like, please, no, not another one. Alright. So let's go open that. Off the top of my head, I don't remember where the locked thing was, but it's not that big, so should be able to find it decently quick. We'll grab that, and then we'll head back. We have a lot of books on us, and I hate to get rid of them, because they're good fuel, but I don't want to carry them around everywhere, you know? Oh, right here. Emergency kit note. Distributed free of charge. Ah, so this is an emergency kit. Okay. Bandage, matches, MRE, flare. Okay. That's cool. Unfortunately, I am, once again, sitting at a ton of weight, but that's a lot of good stuff we have there. So that's just unfortunately how that's going to be. So anyway, I'm going to trudge my way back over to Grandmother's house, drop off a bunch of stuff on her floor again. And then I think we'll head for the tunnel at that point. I think that's our next, main objective I want to do. Okay, I actually remember there were two things additionally I wanted to do. Easy things, I'll get them really quick. One was, I did look up where the flare gun was. And I was close, so the map says it is, right here. It's actually inside one of these houses that I've already looked through. I learned by looking it up that until Grandmother tells you about the flare gun, it doesn't actually spawn in.
Old McDermott must have hidden that weapon in here somewhere.
So It's somewhere in here. And looking it up online, I was told I think it was under like a red rug or something. So we're going to look for that. Oh, there's some soda. I wonder if they mean that pillow. They actually mean the red rug. Apparently this one's pretty hard to, or pretty easy to miss. Ah, okay.
Excellent.
That's pretty interesting, actually. You could miss that super easy. And a bunch of flares to go with it. So anyway, this is our flare gun. Got it loaded. We've got 1 flare and 9 backups, so that's actually pretty good. We can use it for a number of things, mostly related to keeping wildlife at bay. Because wolves are scared of flares, as we've already noted. So, this is our first, I guess, rudimentary ranged weapon that isn't a rock. We've also got rocks too, though now that I actually have a way of keeping the wolves back, I'm a little bit less inclined to hang on to these things. So I'm going to ditch him in a second, I think. Due to global economic realities that are well known to you, we are unfortunately unable to remain in operation. I guess I never read that. But yeah, the other thing is I got, I think, 2 keys, if I'm not mistaken, last time. There's rocks out of my inventory. I think I got 2 keys last time, and I'd like to take a look at what I got. I don't remember which ones I have, so we'll just look at all of them.
This will come.
Magnifying lens. This is a cool one. Some more money. Okay. So, magnifying lens is cool. It's too big to fail. Ooh. Ooh, that's flat. Bit creepy looking. But some stuff, I guess. So, magnifying lens is cool. It's basically another fire starting method. It's got some caveats to it. You can't use it inside because it uses the power of the sun. You can't, so you can only use it when you're actually outside. That's kind of a main problem with it. I'm trying to remember what else. The general problem is you don't get a lot of chances to use them, but as far as I know, I remember it's pretty lightweight, it's pretty reusable, and it's a decent, like, backup, I guess. You know, something else to hang on to in case you run out of all your matches. You've got a magnifying glass. I'll check the status on the clothing in a second. But we're gonna be right back. Let me do a little bit of inventory management. So I like how, depending on what you're actually wearing, your character changes. This doesn't provide that much better stats. It's like mildly better, but I'm probably not going to change it. But he does look super funny wearing that. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, we're just going to wear this. Alright, anyway. I'm going to see if I can get back out there. I think there's still a little bit of daytime left. I'm now much lighter, as you can tell by my fast walking. And we're going to go check out that tunnel. Ideally, we're still going to avoid wolves. I have the ability to, repel them now. To keep them back. But I don't have a ton of rounds, I've got a couple. And who knows, there might be a situation where I'm actually running from a whole pack of them, and it's a whole lot more useful. Also, I think I missed a house here at some point. I was rewatching footage. Oh, dang it! Dang it. Stupid wolves. I think I missed this house here. I looked at the other house. I don't think I ever actually went in this one. Let me double check while I also simultaneously attempt to treat my wounds.
Gotta stop that blood loss.
I'm going to. Alright. Oh, that's... There we go. Infection. And blood loss.
Need some first aid.
Alright. Not doing great. Okay, so yeah, I never did investigate this one then. I don't know, I just didn't expect him to come out right there. I thought I was going to have a little bit more warning on it.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Yeah, this place looks like it's been actually ransacked. Tearful letter. I don't want to do this, but I don't have a choice. I just can't stay in Milton anymore. It's just too empty and sad. I know I promised to stick with you through thick and thin, but I never signed up for this. I'm sorry. I'll send food when I get to the mainland. I hear they have more there. Love, in. Guessing that didn't go so well for them.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
Sure love me some dog food.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Oh, don't complain. That's a problem. I like unloaded everything that I could think of to reasonably take out, and I got him down to barely under the weight limit, so now he's going to start complaining again. Luckily, you can go a fair bit above it before you start noticeably slowing down too much.
What have we
Another
here?
flare. I don't know, after that second wolf attack, I kind of have a half a mind to stop again for the night and just see if I can try again. We're going to give it a shot, though. This may be a poor, poor decision. God. Is he dying, actually? I think he is. Yeah, he's gonna die. I know this sounds a little morbid, but this is actually a good opportunity for us. First off, get this piece of crap wolf out of here. Second off, you can actually harvest it. Alright, cool. Alright, well, you know what? Then, since that wolf did die, I am going to go ahead and just stay the night, recover a bit, cook that wolf meat, and we'll go again tomorrow, as is custom, it seems. So, be right back. Alright, welcome back. Hopefully our wolf problem's been dealt with, since we were able to deal with him with severe stabbing and he died. I don't know if what I just said made any sense. Anyway, that's, like I've said before, that is one way to deal with a wolf. Certainly not the preferred way, but if you do get into a wolf encounter, that's a decent outcome. Because the wolf is out of the way, you get wolf pelt, you get meat. So, not the worst way to handle it, just probably also not the best. We are getting cold, but I do have a heat, I do have a temperature debuff, so I shouldn't get cold too quickly. I did notice that some of those pelts had finished drying. I don't know if I'm gonna have the ability to use them yet, because I noticed when I went in my inventory, I think I have to have a blueprint, which I don't think you get until you actually get the item in question. So I think I need a blueprint to make anything with the deer pelts that I've been grabbing. I'm also still slightly overweight, but it's mostly food, so as we go along, hopefully it'll be less of a problem as I eat some of it. Maybe. Should be right over here. Still a bit wary of wolves. I don't know if that one wolf that we killed was the one that's been patrolling this area too, or not, but usually if you see deer walking around, that's a good sign. That means there aren't wolves too close by. Or at the very least, you can usually scare a deer into running into the wolf. Okay, that looks bad. That looks bad over here. I'll try to climb up here for a second and see if I see anything. Maybe. Just a bunch of sticks. Which aren't bad, because I don't actually think I have... I think I dropped all my firewood again. Alright. A dead person. Who are you? Crashed prisoner transport bus. Gonna be prisoners out here? Prison manifest. Good, we got prisoners out here.
Use this.
Whoa. Oh, okay. The game slowed down all of a sudden. It's like, why is it slowing down? Because we're loading a cutscene. Every time a scene changes, the frames drop for just a little bit. It's kind of weird. Perseverance. I wrote this in my blood. I wrote this with ketchup. Just to make sure you know. Perseverance. Okay then. So yeah, this is impassable. Which is making me think that in order to get around it, we're gonna have to go down here and whip around it, or... No, actually, we could probably go here. It looks like there might be a path that goes this way. So we probably go like that. That's alright. If I remember right, our entire purpose for doing that was just to go investigate what happened to the tunnel and then tell her anyway. So I think that's alright. When they first introduced the game, they really embraced the whole tunnel collapse thing a lot. When they first introduced the game, there was one map. It was Mystery Lake, if I'm not mistaken. I wasn't around when the game first came out, but as far as I know, I was around relatively near to the beginning of the development cycle. Well, relatively-ish. I think there were two maps whenever I started playing. It was The Mystery Lake and something else. I can't remember off the top of my head. And they originally were all separate maps, and what they do is, you know, at a lot of the exits, they would just make a tunnel, but there'd be a tunnel collapse. They started doing them a little bit differently after that, and they got to a point eventually where they were trying to make all the maps into one big map, which was really cool because as you started... Dang it! Why? You were hiding behind a tree, you dang wolf! Sprained my ankle. How bad is it? I don't know. If we go through the recovery time, we'll get better. Or we can just take the drugs. Let's just take the drugs. Man, if you don't have this thing out, that takes like a good second and a half to prime. Oh well, didn't lose too much condition. That's alright. He was hiding behind that tree too. Do you see that? That was good. Good stuff. Anyway, back to what I was saying. They tried to make them... Is he coming towards me or is he running? I think he's running. They tried to make them all like interconnected maps. Oh, Wolf, you better back off. I got the gun ready this time. And which is really cool because you got to the point where you would survive on a map for a while. Oh, I think he's going to die too. You'd survive on a map for a while, you'd end up uncovering everything, and it's really hard to keep surviving once you've gotten all like the cloth and all of the, you know, finite materials. You can make your own food, you can like, you know, obtain your own food in the game in a lot of ways, and you can, there's a lot of ways to live off the land. But if your clothes start getting torn up, there's not really a way to make cloth other than just finding more and tearing down clothes. So having all these interconnected maps kind of opened up like a whole world, a whole new way to survive. You could survive for so much longer. It was a lot of fun. I really liked that update. Okay. So Wolf is going to go down in a second, and then we'll steal all this crap. It is possible if you have a weapon, you can, like a ranged weapon, you can attack it and just finish it off. Unfortunately, I don't feel like shooting it with a flare gun. But you could. But I think it'll just be easier to wait for it to die. I'm sorry, Wolf. You can just keel over now. We'll get to the process of the, you know, the removing the flesh and stealing your skin and stuff. You know, when you put it like that, it sounds a little morbid. Gives you a chance to get a good look at the wolf, though. Somebody was talking about in the last episode how I said, I sure hope we don't get attacked by any wolves or something of that effect. And then the thumbnail is me getting attacked by a wolf. Okay, so we're getting a little cold. I am going to make a campfire. What am I trying to do? Campfire. Throw some accelerant on there.
Well, thank goodness for that.
And that'll last for a bit. I don't know if it's worth keeping all of this, all these guts and everything. But I guess I'm just about to drop it on the floor, so it's not going to weigh me down or anything. a wolf over here. You got a deer, I think. Oh. Back off! Dang it, wolf! I think I injured him. Or no, I just scared it. Was that the same wolf? What happened to the wolf over here? Oh, there he is. He can smell me, too. Do it. Oh, gotta reload. I don't know why I didn't consider that. Crap, crap. Reload. Do it.
Gotta stop.
Man, I hope this flare doesn't go out. Because we smell so bad right now. Do it, wolf. No. Shouldn't have trusted the flare. Okay. Infection. Here. Oh wait, I don't need to reload. We're good. Let's get to the house quick.
Need some first aid.
I know. That's a later problem. That deer is frozen. Not worth dealing with. I've got too much food as it is. Ooh.
I'm gonna bleed out.
You're gonna be fine, don't worry. We're just gonna have to sleep away the night again.
I'm gonna bleed.
Did you find
This isn't the time for a cutscene, I'm bleeding.
It was there, like you said.
and your friend?
No sign of her. The tunnel's blocked. Looks like maybe an avalanche. But I think she got through before that happened.
If the tunnel is blocked, that's the end for Grey Mother.
So the tunnel is the only way through the mountains?
No, not the only way through. But my only way through.
Thought you didn't want to leave.
Grandmother is tired now. Let her rest for a while.
I'm gonna bleed out soon.
I know. We're gonna deal with that now. Okay. Let's deal with the infection first. Right, and one more
I'm
infection.
gonna bleed out soon.
I know, shut up. Wolf bite. And wolf bite. Alright, we're okay. We're very hurt. I think when you're bleeding out, you actually lose a lot of fluid. Which makes sense, you know. Think about it. Lose a lot of fluid and a lot of food, apparently. So what are we doing now? We didn't really get a resolution from that other than that's the only way Grey Mother can get out. I don't know. We are very hurt. Need to cook this stuff. So, yeah, once again, just give me a bit. We'll come back and maybe figure out what our next objective is going to be, and we might wrap it up after that. We'll see, I suppose. Looks like my scrap metal shard is broken, though. That is unfortunate. Alright.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Ah, you're fine. It's actually not that heavy. Let's see if we can talk to her
I
again.
can't be here anymore. My friend is out there and she needs my help. Please, tell me how to find her and I'll do whatever I can to help you get out of here.
There's only one thing left to be done. You need to put her to rest.
Put her to... I'm not giving up yet.
On the other side of town, there's a farmhouse. You'll find a key to a safety deposit box somewhere in there. Go to the bank and bring me the box that matches the key. Then you'll understand what happened to her.
Wait, farm? Bank? What's this have to do with my friend?
They left her, didn't they? She needed help, and they let her go. This is how we make it right.
I don't understand.
In the bank, you'll find the answers. Now go.
Grey Mother, I think you're slightly crazy. Bus? She was there at the bus, I'm sure of it. You have a sense of her passing there? I think she left a sign for me. A word, perseverance. A word from the old days. Why would she write that? I don't know. Maybe she wanted me to know she wouldn't give up? Or reminding you not to. It has to mean something more. Why? Because you matter so much to her? No, because she wrote it in her own blood. There's a town far to the north. Perseverance Mills. Maybe she was showing you the way. Perseverance Mills. How do I get there? There's no way now. By car, perhaps? On foot? No path that Grey Mother knows. Sick. Seem distracted, tired. Are you okay? I'm old. Sometimes the mind wanders. Outsider. Travels to other places. Other times. I think about her. Cold and alone. Are you talking about my friend? I should have helped her. You do a good job of this thing where you don't answer the questions that we ask you. You mentioned a farm. Yes, on the other side of town, the old Barker farm. Barker. Yes, a liar and a thief, mostly. Right. You'll see. Bank. Ah, bank from the mainland. Never belonged here. Usually banks are pretty secure. Not sure if I'll be able to get in. The branch closed years ago. The collapse took everything. What do you do about money? Some of us still use the old paper. Or barter. I haven't seen paper money in years. What value could possibly be left in the bank? You ask questions when you should be finding answers. Now give me the safety deposit box. Then everything will become clear to you. We'll see what I can find. So I've got a feeling... Oh, there's some more soup. There we go. I've got a feeling that I'm going to go back down to that house, and now there's going to be something that someone planted there, you know? I have a lot of food. We need to start eating this food, like, pronto. Alright, so anyway, that's going to be all for today. I don't really have a good idea how long these episodes take. I am at about an hour and a half, but that being said, I did have to take a break part of the way through for like 30 minutes. And I probably have cut out a good half an hour of stuff, so I think that's a good 30-minute episode. We'll come back next time, go back down to the farm, and guess proceed from there. I don't really know. I'm hoping Grey Mother kicks the bucket and then I get her gun. But that might be wishful thinking. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more The Long Dark. Bye!